From Maharashtra and now gone into Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party leader Abu Azmi praising Mughal ruler Aurangzeb on Monday. Abu Azmi, it said, and I quote, Aurangzeb got several temples built in Varanasi. He saved a Hindu girl child from a priest who had an evil eye on her. He had the priest trampled by elephants. Earlier in the day, the Maharashtra Assembly passed a motion unanimously by a voice vote to suspend Abu Azmi from the House till the end of the budget session. Members of the Treasury benches said Abu Azmi's remark eulogizing Aurangzeb was an insult of Maratha King Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his son Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj.
सब गलत हिस्ट्री दिखाई जा रही है। औरंगजेब रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने बहुत सारी मंदिरें बनवाई हैं। क्या बात करते हैं, ये गलत हिस्ट्री।
तो आप औरंगजेब क्रूर शासक नहीं?
बिल्कुल नहीं, मैं बिल्कुल क्रूर शासन नहीं मानता।
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath slammed Samajwadi Party MLA Abu Azmi's controversial statement in the UP Assembly earlier in the day. Listen to what Yogi said.
इन्होंने आदर्श किसको माना है? यानी औरंगजेब को। समाजवादी पार्टी को इसका जवाब देना चाहिए। भारत की आस्था पर प्रहार करने वाला दुर्दांत, धर्मांध, क्रूर शासक, उसको समाजवादी पार्टी आदर्श मानती है। समाजवादी पार्टी का नेता, आपका विधायक घोषणा करो ना, उस कमबख्त को निकालो पार्टी से और उसको एक बार यूपी भेज दीजिए, बाकी उपचार हम अपने आप करवा लेंगे।
Yogi Adityanath said Abu Azmi should be sent to Uttar Pradesh for treatment. Uska upchar hum karwa lenge. Send him to UP and we shall ensure that his treatment is done nicely here. Should he have the right to live in Bharat? Why is the Samajwadi Party not expelling Abu Azmi? The UP Chief Minister asked in the Assembly. The SP leader remained defiant. In an interaction with News18, Abu Azmi said that he has only cited whatever is written in the books on Aurangzeb. He questioned the action against him. Listen to what he had to say.
जो मैंने पढ़ा किताबों में हिस्टोरियन ने जो लिखा है, मैंने किसी की बुराई तो कुछ किया नहीं। अब इसमें किसी महान पुरुषों के क्या अपमान हो, मैंने ऐसा कभी सोचा भी नहीं, सोच भी नहीं सकता। जब कानून नाम में कोई चीज़ नहीं हो तो पूरे बजट क्या हमेशा के लिए असेसमेंट कर सकते हैं, कोई भरोसा नहीं है। कानून से बात होना चाहिए। हमारा गुनाह देखना, हमने गुनाह क्या किया वो देखना चाहिए। मैंने तो कुछ गलत बोला ही नहीं है। कितनी बार आप किससे फ़ायदा हो इसकी? जो फाइंडिंग हिस्टोरियंस की है वो मैंने बोला है, तो उन पर किसी पे कार्रवाई आज तक नहीं, बुक बैन नहीं हुई और मेरे ऊपर कार्रवाई होगी तो ये तो मैं समझता हूँ कि नाइंसाफी होगी।
Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav has rallied behind his leader, saying that if the basis of suspension begins to be influenced by ideology, then what difference will remain between freedom of expression and dependence? Be it our legislators or parliamentarians, their fearless wisdom is unparalleled. If some people think that suspension can put a rein on the tongue of truth, then this is the childishness of their negative thinking. Now from Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha to recently concluded Mahakumbh that saw huge accolades from foreign media as well, the ecosystem's mindset somewhere has to be something that needs some reflection. To attack symbols that stood for Sanatan, from terming it Mrityu Kumbh to taking a faltu jibe to mocking it and saying no such thing like Mahakumbh, this entire love for Aurangzeb and trying to justify and gloss over his atrocities committed, the number of temples that he defiled and destroyed. Is this just a continuation of a mindset where they will target Kumbh, they will target Sanatan while praising Islamists who use the sword for the proliferation of their faith, people like Aurangzeb? The Samajwadi Party, and this is what Yogi Adityanath also reminded the Uttar Pradesh Assembly, and the Samajwadi Party is founded on Ram Manohar Lohiya's ideals. So what is it that Akhilesh Yadav and his team and perhaps his entire ecosystem that calls itself to be socialist will champion? The ideals of Ram or Ram Manohar Lohiya, and also versus the invader who's being hailed as an idol. Who is the Samajwadi here? Yogi is asking the opposition to choose wisely. Has the Chief Minister somewhere unmasked this entire Islamist intent, all hidden behind a very secular sort of garb? Let's go across to our guests and debate this further. Sardar R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Faizan Kidwai, Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, should be joining us any moment now, and Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author and political commentator. Namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat to everybody. Thank you very much for your time. Sardar R.P. Singh. Abu Azmi says, I've only quoted what historians have said. I have not become personal against anybody. So why are you taking this action and why these words against me?
I don't know which historian he is referring to and which chapter of history he is referring to. I know my Granth, Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. I know my Gurus, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. I know Sahibjadas of my Guru who were killed alive. I know Satidas Ji, Matidas Ji by Diyala Ji. By Satidas Ji was wrapped into a cotton bale and burnt alive. By Diyala Ji was put in a was boiled alive. By Matidas Ji was sawed into two in front of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And then thereafter Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji has to sacrifice his life. I was hearing to one of this Congress spokesperson saying, राजा महाराजा तो ऐसे ही करते थे. राजा महाराजा तो कब्जा करने के लिए ज़मीन जायदाद कब्जा करने के लिए to occupy land and to occupy the state they used to do like this. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji never gave his life for any piece of land. He gave his life for dharma. Sambhaji gave his life not for piece of land. He gave life for the Hindutva, the ideology of Hindutva. But for them, he was a king. The king who killed his three brothers, who put his daughter into jail because he was in love with someone from other religion, who put his father in jail and sent his brother's head chopped to his father as a gift. Not only that, I'm telling you, quoting from the history, Sawaman mean will be almost 50 kg of Janeau he will weigh every day and then have his breakfast. I mean, that doesn't mean he would kill that much people, but he will get those many people converted and then have the breakfast. There are people who, yes, converted, like Abu Azmi. There are people like you and Dr. Ranganath, forefathers, I mean, who would have paid jizya to stay second to the religion. There are people like us whose forefathers, whose gurus gave their life and got sardaris to live and to send a message across to the nation that dharma should stay alive. So man was not just an occupier. He was doing it all for a reason, and reason was very clear that it was Islamic mindset, which was that let's convert and let's change the complete topography or the set of people in that, complete demography and set of people within that region to Islam. I mean, just well known. I mean, there's nothing hidden. I'm not talking about his atrocities. Otherwise, I mean, he has broken temples. I have record with me. I have the letters. I have the documents which proves that yes, he ordered demolition of the temples, and then not one or two temples. He targeted temples which were of the religious importance, whether it was Krishan Mandir in Mathura, whether it was the temple in Varanasi. I mean, he targeted Kashi also, he targeted those also, but he also ordered general demolition of temples also. So it was not, again, occupying a land. It was occupying the mindset and occupying the space, the religious space or the spiritual space of the country. So this was Aurangzeb, and then there are people who goes to his mazar and then pay respect to him there. And then there are people like Abu Azmi who says, oh, बहुत अच्छा था, दयावान था, बड़ा दयालु था. He was very good and he made a lot of temples. I'll appreciate, let Abu Azmi or anyone for that sake give one record of which temple he constructed during his time. So the objective is simply for a vote bank. You are projecting a demon, I'm using a word, as a hero. Okay. You want to do it, you can do it, but times have changed. Yeah. No one is going to accept it now.
Right. Faizan Kitwai.
Yes, sir, I request you to give me time because there are 2 versus 1, if not 3. So kindly give me some time. See, as far as the gentleman is concerned, the BJP spokesperson, he speaks about how the atrocities of Aurangzeb. So I would like to draw your attention to an individual RSS man. His name is Nanaji Deshmukh. He was the person who wrote Soul Searching, Moments of Soul Searching. Just go and read what he wrote. He, in a way, gave clean chit to the writers who killed innocent Sikhs in the Delhi riots. And it's your BJP government who gave him a Bharat Ratna to first question your Prime Minister and then talk to us. As far as we, the Samajwadis, are concerned, our ideology comes out from Mahatma Gandhi, from Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar, from Lohiya ji. And it's not from this anti-Tiranga, anti-constitution, communal, bigoted mindset of Nathuram Godse, of Hitler, of Mussolini that BJP and RSS follows. So you don't give us gyan, sir. And as far as the right and wrong is concerned, Abu Azmi Sahab made an observation. He made no communal remarks or derogatory remarks about any other community. You can disagree with him, but it's at least better than what Yati Singhanand made. He spoke about genocide of Muslims, of raping innocent Muslim women, but there was no media outrage. There was no discussion about that. Amit Shah made derogatory remarks about Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar. Why wasn't that man removed from Parliament? Why was
No way, I take a subjection to this.
Wait.
Let me complete, sir. I didn't reject while you were speaking.
Let him complete. Let him
Did I
complete.
reject?
No, you can't
No,
do this. Go like this. You can misquote the homeless of the country.
You're rowdy behavior.
I won't allow you to do that.
Sardar RP Singh, your objection is noted. Please make an objection. Three people here. You may agree, disagree with him, but let's have
Exactly.
you may believe that he is misquoting. I'll give you a chance to rebut. Let him do it. Let him say what he's saying.
Yes.
I did not
Thank you so
interrupt you.
much.
He did not interrupt you. He may have disagreed with you also. He did not interrupt you. So let him make his point, and then you please rebut. Then I'll go
Yes,
to
sir,
Dr.
this is-
Ranganathan. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is the difference between BJP and Samajwadi Party. Viewers, you just see how intolerant these people are. Sach sunne ki inme kshamta nahi hai. Second, Pragya Thakur, somebody like a Pragya Thakur who praises Nathuram Godse, who's an accused in Malegaon blast case, that person is in BJP still now. Adityanath himself, has made a lot of communal remarks apart from the misogynist remarks. Go and read what he has written in adityanath.in. He says if men acquire the qualities of women, they become divine, and when vice versa happens, women become devils. Then he disrespected the greatest socialist icon Ram Manohar Lohia in 2022 in UP Assembly by saying India doesn't need socialism. So if these people are not condemned, these people are not called out, then that's a black day for Indian democracy. And the Honorable Supreme Court has also said in the 12 MLA majority vote in Maharashtra case that prolonged suspension was unconstitutional, violates the principles of democracy. So if you feel Abu Azmi Saab has said something which is factually incorrect, you counter him. How can you suspend him? We are against this suspension. There's a freedom of expression. I'm not saying that you have to agree with him, but at the same time, viewers, kindly go and see his statement. He has made no derogatory remark, just like these people I just quoted, they have made. So if Abu Azmi should be punished, then these people should also be punished. The Prime Minister should also be punished for making derogatory remarks against women, 50 crore ki girlfriend, Congress ki vidwa, and all sorts of things. See, the BJP is doing this deliberately so that they create an artificial villain. The great Maratha leader, Chhatrapati
You'll have
Shivaji
to
Maharaj,
yield
throughout his
in
life
30
followed the
seconds,
policy of inclusivity. Throughout his life, followed the principle of inclusivity. They are recorded a historical fact that there were a significant number of Muslims who were working in his administration. But BJP and its pathetic ecosystem wants to defeat this argument so that they can promote this false narrative of Hindu-Muslim rivalry.
Okay.
And
You've
this is
gone-
not going to happen.
All right. Sardar RP Singh,
Yes, sir.
respond, and then Dr. Anand. Sardar RP Singh, you believe that Faizan Kidwai was wrong when he said that Home Minister Amit Shah disrespected
Anand, there
Baba
is some
Sahib
problem
Ambedkar.
with the audio.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Anand,
now?
There's some problem.
You have a lot of
there's some
problems,
problem
sir. You
with
have a
you.
problem with your ideology also.
No. 1 minute.
With
I think
patriotism
below the belt
also.
remarks
Respect for the
is
nation also.
a technical issue to try and make a below the belt remark unnecessarily. Faizan Kidwai, I think we can rise above that. He cannot hear me right now, and you can't see the visual. He is unable to hear me. That's why he'll just sort that out. We're fixing that. But yes, Dr. Ranganathan, your point of view before we get Sardar RP Singh back.
Good evening, Anand, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, even before I had started speaking, my good friend and brother Faizan Bhai started
No.
his turn by saying, ki, look, Anand, please give me time because there are 3 against 1. So, मतलब victim card वहीं से शुरू हो गया. So, please,
Right.
Anand, I beg you, please give me time because as far as I am concerned, there are 250 million against 1. Because I'm talking about the mindset out here. I want to make a couple of issues. Number one, and I'll come to the false equivalence that people make repeatedly when it comes to Aurangzeb and Tipu Sultan, but that's for a minute later. What I want to talk about here is specifically what Abu Azmi has said. Now, this is not the time or the place to narrate out the thousands of atrocities the barbarian Aurangzeb committed. I just want to make an equivalence of if Abu Azmi, what he has said, that Aurangzeb was a kind and benevolent ruler. He was a kind and benevolent king. So by that logic, I think if the Prime Minister Modi would impose jizya or tax on 250 million Muslims, if he were to break down every mosque in India and behead the religious heads of other religions, I think Abu Azmi should have no hesitation in saying that Modi has been kind and benevolent. Is this the kind of logic that people use? Is this how you describe an absolute butcher and barbarian like Aurangzeb? That was Baghdadi 350 years before ISIS was even assembled. This was the guy, and as I said, I'm not going to go into the kind of atrocities that Aurangzeb committed. I'm just trying to tell you the square in which these people operate. And now let me come to the equivalence. So they always quote Aurangzeb as having demolished one mosque in Golconda. And so you demolish one mosque and it becomes equivalent to demolishing tens of thousands of temples, 2 of them the most sacred, Kashi Vishwanath and of Mathura, where he not only demolished the temple, the birthplace of Lord Krishna, but he also broke the idols and he scattered them, took them to Agra. They were put under the steps of the Jahanara mosque so that the devotees who were offering namaz entering the mosque would be trodding on Lord Krishna's idols. They're still there. This was the reality of Aurangzeb. And when they say, same with Tipu, and of course we know the nickname of Mr. Akhilesh Yadav is Tipu, he says it proudly, and there is nothing private about
No,
this.
I take strong objection to this. This is wrong.
It is
Okay.
nicknamed not
Objection
Tipu.
noted. I'll come back to you for
He
that.
don't operate. You can come later on. He's himself admitted it, but this is an apolitical comment I'm making. I'm making a factual comment out here. But coming back to Tipu. Tipu destroyed more than 800 temples. It's widely documented. He converted hundreds of thousands of Christians and Hindus. Even dead Kurgis were converted. He was the one who wrote in his own manifesto, annihilation of the infidels is our sacred duty. He talked about implode the Muslims. But what do? They quote Sringeri Mutt. Some money being given by Tipu Sultan to renovate Sringeri Mutt because it was destroyed by Marathas. The reality is that the Pindaris of Marathas, who were mercenaries, who were asked to fight in wars that Mughals are also employed, Chhatrapati Shivaji also and Marathas also. Marathas had not ordered the demolition of Sringeri Mutt. They did it accidentally, the Pindaris, and before the Marathas could send the money, because Tipu had his astrologers from the same Mutt, he offered the money.
Yeah.
This is the reality. But even if he had given money for Sringeri Mutt, and he did, how can you equate the destruction of hundreds of thousands of temples by Aurangzeb and Tipu to the renovation of one Mutt and the destruction of one mosque? This itself tells you the mentality of 250 million people. So thank you for giving me time, because it was 1 against 250 million.
The Brahmins of Melkot even today don't light diyas on Deepavali, 500 years later. So that is also chronicled, and it's all there as facts. So Sardar RP Singh is back with us. Sardar RP Singh, you took umbrage and exception to what Faizan Kidwai said about the Home Minister Amit Shah on Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. So your response there. We lost you there momentarily. Please. Yeah.
Well, he is being misquoted. He this was intendingly he was doing so, and we all know that there was a doctored video which was posted, and there is already a case being filed against the person. Mr. Kidwai be ready. I mean, if he's stick on to his comment, he should be ready with the case to be against him.
come on,
Because
don't
you
threaten
can't
me, sir.
misquote
Don't
on a doctor. No, sir,
threaten.
I'm
Don't
threatening you, sir. I'm telling you the fact. Doctored and tutored videos, you can't quote on that behalf. Please be very clear on this. One second, coming back to Aurangzeb, sir. And coming back to coming. Sir, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second now. Give me a second. Coming back to Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb came from Babar's family, and then what has been quoted about Babar in Guru Granth Sahib? Let me quote that. Ati mar pai kurlane taki dartnaya. Oh God, your people are being crucified here, being butchered here, and you're not moving on this. This is what was quoted by Guru Nanak Dev Ji in Guru Granth Sahib. कि आपके लोगों को इतनी मार पड़ रही है और आपको दया नहीं आ रही लोगों पर, मतलब भगवान से वो अरदास कर रहे हैं. Man, this was what Babur did to India, and then what Aurangzeb did, I told you. Man, how can you have a 5-year and 7-year-old clinged alive? Man, I have a mural in my home, which is, I just asked your cameraman to get this. This is a mural by Diyalaji. See what that Aurangzeb did. This is I have kept it as a momentum at my house, so that everyone who comes should know the history, the effect of the history which has not been taught in schools and colleges. So this is history, and then you are saying no, Aurangzeb तो बहुत दयावान था, उसकी मज़ार पर जाकर मत्था देखेंगे. I mean, because you hail from, as Ranganath ji rightly said, I mean, you are Tipu Yadav, so you can say that. You want to say that?
Here is my point. My point is, yes, we can. There are those that barbarians did, butchers did, kings did, and political Islam by the sword, spread of the Islam by sword. It was not mandated, but it was practiced openly, and it was done 200 years after Islam was actually propagated. And there are many stories. I'm not getting into that. I'm saying that Samajwadi Party is supposed to draw its ideals from Ram Manohar Lohia. So yeah. How is it that Akhilesh Yadav is not named Ram or Manohar, but is okay with Tipu? And the other thing is, how is Mr. Akhilesh Yadav trying to defend what Mr. Abu Azmi said? You know, are you so beholden to a vote bank that you cannot even criticize or take on someone, a leader, and say, no, what you said is wrong?
See, as I've said this earlier also, we draw our ideology from Mahatma Gandhi, from Lohia ji, from Baba Sahib Ambedkar, not from this one, Aurangzeb. But if somebody, Mr. Azmi has made a statement in his personal capacity, and plus, if he has not made any derogatory remark about somebody else, about some other religion, what do you want us to say? What should we say?
So let me ask you, Faizan.
Let me complete. Let me complete. And when Anand Bhai, my good friend Anand Bhai, and the gentleman from Bharatiya Janata Party, they were talking about desecration of temples. Yes, that has happened. That was wrong. It's unfortunate, and this shouldn't have happened, but it has happened. So you want to keep revisiting the past and speak about that. So let's also speak about the Kalinga War, where the Maurya, it was the Maurya Empire which invaded the state of Kalinga. It was a fight between Hindus and Hindus. Hindus were massacred, murdered, and the women, as we know of what used to happen when there were wars, they were raped, they were taken, and the wealth was looted. Yeah, the similar thing happened in Vijayanagara Empire War. Where there were different sections of rulers who were all Hindus who were fighting among themselves.
Now, please allow me.
Let me complete. Please, Anand, let me complete.
Just give me 10 seconds,
sir,
and then you. No, just 10 seconds.
Sir, you take all the time. Just
my request to you, just
please,
10
sir.
seconds,
please, sir.
And then I'll hand it back to you. First up, sir, Ashok had converted to Buddhism even before he invaded Kalinga.
After that.
No.
Yeah.
He converted to Buddhism much before that. Before he
no,
invaded.
Sir, after that.
No,
after
sir.
the massacre
no,
of
sir.
Kalinga.
That's the
after
no,
the
sir.
History,
sir. That's what I'm saying.
No,
you're reading the wrong textbooks or the wrong narrative. Ashok had converted to Buddhism before he attacked Kalinga. One.
8 years before.
Second, sir. These, when kingdoms fought with each other, they fought with each other for territory. They did not fight to destroy temples.
The same thing was happening here, sir.
No, sir. They did not fight to
destroy. If it was a Hindu-Muslim thing, sir, so you wanted 10 seconds, you got the 10 seconds.
Just the last 2 seconds, that it was not to destroy temples or particularly erase religion. In the case of Aurangzeb, the fact was different. Yes, please complete.
Okay. first of all, I'm not defending Aurangzeb or any other leader or you say emperor or ruler at that time. See, at that time it wasn't a Hindu-Muslim kind of a thing, because Aurangzeb had a lot of Hindus who were working for him, and Shivaji had a lot of Muslims who were working for him. So this was always about gaining territory. It was these rulers were fighting a war to gain territory, to acquire wealth. I'm talking about how the kings and rulers used
Then
to
he
function
did not
back
have-
then. It wasn't about Hindu and Muslim. It was
He
never
need-
about religion.
No, if it was not
Please
about religion,
don't build
then,
this
then
fake
he need
narrative.
not have
Please
destroyed
don't
Kashi
build this fake
Vishwanath.
narrative,
He
and
need
the
not.
intelligent
He need
people
not.
who are
1 minute,
watching
sir.
this
He
show.
need not
You
have.
also understand,
He
sir.
need not have.
Everybody
He
understands.
need not have. He need not have destroyed Kashi Vishwanath. He need not have done what he did to Mathura. He need not have
I'm
done what he
saying
did to
whatever
Gokul.
he did
need
wrong,
not have
I
done
condemn
to.
that.
He need
I
not.
condemn
No, it's
that.
not about
I'm not-
condemning. Abu
nobody-
Azmi
nobody
today
is
said.
standing in support of
Abu Azmi today said he was a good guy. That's what I'm trying to say, sir. He was not a good guy.
Sir, that's his personal capacity.
No,
I'm
sir.
not endorsing,
No, sir.
neither
He stood
Samajwadi
there
Party
as a
is endorsing.
Samajwadi Party
What we are
MLA,
saying-
as a
Sir,
Samajwadi
what
Party
we are saying-
ruler.
No,
His
sir.
status, his stature is as a Samajwadi Party MLA and a Samajwadi Party ruler. I just have one
He's not a
question.
ruler.
Okay, no. As a Samajwadi Party MLA and a Samajwadi
sir,
Samajwadi
since you
Party
raised this,
ruler is a
no,
mistake.
sir,
But
you
there
raised
I
certain
take that
points.
back.
Let me rebut.
No,
Let
but
me
and
rebut.
he
Please
tried
let
to
me rebut.
back someone who has committed the
And then
kind
he
of
later
atrocities
apologized.
that
He
that
even apologized.
No, sir, he didn't
He even
apologize.
apologized.
He didn't apologize.
So he said-
the other
he
thing,
said,
no. He
"My
was actually
intention was
backed
not to
on the
hurt
garb of
anybody's
1 minute, sir.
sentiments."
You just now said, under Dr. Ranganathan, what did Faizan Kejriwal just now say? That Abu Azmi did not insult anybody. He spoke of what has been talked about and what is already written and what is already evident. Nupur Sharma did not insult anybody. She repeated exactly what Zakir Naik has said on record, and he has mentioned the same thing what Nupur Sharma said. But what was the reaction of these very people on what Nupur Sharma said on a television debate? So how was the freedom of expression forgotten then, and how is the freedom of expression being remembered now? There was no
So it's the
disrespect at
BJP
that time.
who
No, it
expelled
was
her.
quoted. No, it was quoted.
the
I'm just
BJP who
saying.
expelled her,
I'm not even saying. Let's say Abu Azmi is not as in his independent capacity. I am asking you this question: how are the yardsticks and benchmarks different when it is convenient? At that time also nobody was insulted. It was what Zakir Naik as an Islamist has already said on record, and he has mentioned it. It was the same thing that was repeated. And what was faulted? It was the tone, the manner and the intent in which it was said or spoken by Nupur Sharma. Today I am asking you, what was the tone, manner and intent of Abu Azmi, and why should that be respected?
You have the right
So
to
why
disagree
should you
with
have
it,
an
sir.
option problem
No,
if he's
no,
been
you have the
suspended
right to
from
disagree with him.
suspended as an MLA?
No, but this
Look at-
suspension is wrong.
Anand
because
Ranganathan,
these-
no, you are saying the suspension is wrong. But at that
course
time,
it's wrong.
then
The
you
Honorable
come from
Supreme
the
Court
same
have made
place
an
where you
observation
believe
about
that the suspension of Nupur Sharma was right. So if the suspension of Nupur
Sir,
Sharma was right, then the
that's
suspension
BJP's
and
fault. That's
the
BJP's
criticism
fault.
of Abu Azmi is
BJP
also right. If the suspension of Abu Azmi and criticism of Abu Azmi is wrong, then the suspension of Nupur Sharma and the vilification of Nupur Sharma is also wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, Anand Ranganathan.
No, Faizan Bhai knows that he's a friend and a brother, but I'm just being very honest out here, Anand. It hurts और दुख भी होता है जब Faizan Bhai or Abu Azmi and so many other people, their heroes should be Abdul Kalam, Abdul Hamid, Obaid
Aurangzeb is not my hero. I'm just putting on record.
Please, Faizan Bhai, I did not interrupt you. We are
No,
having
I'm
a
just
lovely
saying, sir.
discussion. Yeah. Okay. Now, rather than that, their heroes are Babar. Their heroes are the marauders who
Okay.
have
Your objection is
murdered
noted, Faizan.
Tens of millions of Hindus who have destroyed temples. Now I ask you a very simple question, and Faizan Bhai can answer this after I'm done. Is there a Hitler Road in Tel Aviv? No, there isn't. Is there, in fact, in Germany? Now, I'm a free speech absolutist. Anybody can eulogize anybody according to me. But the fact is, if I were to ask 99% of Indians, including Faizan Bhai, including RP Singh ji, including everybody else, they would say, do you support the punishment that is meted out by German courts to anybody who denies the Holocaust, who celebrates Nazism? People would say yes. In fact, just 6 months ago, a university professor from Max Planck was imprisoned for 3.5 years for celebrating Nazism, for denying the Holocaust. Now, in this country, there are people who are celebrating Aurangzeb, who are celebrating Babar. Roads and cities are named after him. I think if you don't believe in free speech absolutism, then you should draw this equivalence. Anybody who is eulogizing Aurangzeb or denying the Holocaust that he perpetrated, killed 4.6 million Hindus, has to be punished.
No, I'm just saying this entire mindset wiped out the Zoroastrians from Persia. They had to flee there, and they came and found solace. And for 1,000 years, the Iran Shah was actually protected by Hindustanis in Hindustan. All the Sikhs are gone from Lahore. What's left is just Kartarpur Sahib and Nankana Sahib. They're all gone from the Pakistan side of Punjab. If that's not being brazen display of Islamism, then what? And they're all people who worship Aurangzeb and Babur, who believe that they should carry forward those ideals. And that is something similar that's been espoused by Mr. Abu Azmi. It's not educated, sir. It comes from a particular mindset. Faizan Kidwai doesn't think Aurangzeb is a hero. But then, Mr. Faizan Kidwai, you must also go back and say that Mr. Abu Azmi should not become a loose cannon like he is. And he should be reprimanded by the Samajwadi Party for the greater interest of the Samaj. That includes both Hindus and Muslims. And those are those who fought with Shivaji. Those are those who fought with Prithviraj Chauhan, who fought for the country. Not those who came here to wipe out an entire nation and its temples and its culture and its people. On that note, I have to wind up. I've run out of time on this debate. Faizan,
can I make a small point?
Sir, I've run out of time, RP Singh. I'm not giving Faizan time. It'll be unfair for me to even extend. I don't have the time, frankly. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's a cavalcade bigger than POTUS's cavalcade. Donald Trump is going to look at this and say, really? And this is a former chief minister who's gone to another state and he's going there for Vipassana.
Also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. $2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans. But I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Back live, and the Aam Aadmi Party national convener Arvind Kejriwal and his wife Sunita have reached Punjab's Hoshiarpur for a 10-day Vipassana session. The couple was escorted by a convoy which raised the eyebrows of many. Not 1, 2, 3 or 4 but 23 vehicle convoy. The pictures on your screen show that Arvind and his wife were escorted by 23 vehicle convoy. And then the 100 plus Punjab police commandos, jammers and ambulances, part of the convoy, escorted the former Delhi Chief Minister. He is neither an MP, nor an MLA, nor the Chief Minister of any state. Then why this VVIP treatment for a Vipassana session? The BJP accusing the former Chief Minister of Delhi for conducting this grand security parade using Punjab's taxpayers' funds. Delhi Minister and BJP leader Manjinder Singh Sirsa has said on a post on X, what kind of Vipassana requires a grand security parade funded by the Punjab taxpayers? Even CM Bhagwant Mann isn't in the convoy, he posted. Senior Congress leader Sandeep Dixit accusing Mr. Kejriwal of being addicted to power and luxury. Sardar RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Naveen Dubey, political analyst, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, is with us. And Anand Ranganathan, author, with us. My namaste to everybody. Thank you very, very much. ये बड़ी विपासना है सर. हाँ नवीन जी.
Definitely, Anand ji, Vipassana is a personal choice of Arvind Kejriwal and his family. But when the BJP peoples are raising hands and asking about the convoy and the security personnel with Arvind Kejriwal when he was going to Hoshiarpur for the Vipassana for 10 days. My question with the viewers of CNN News 18, first we have to ask, when the question raised by the Swati Maliwal or the Manjinder Singh Sirsa, that the taxpayers' money. I am asking about the whose taxpayer money is going in when the security is provided to Mohan Bhagwat. He is not having any constitutional post in this country and his organization is still not registered under the provisions of the Indian Constitution. So first they have to look on their grounds. They have to see where they are standing. After that, they have any right to ask the questions about the security of ex-chief minister and a supremo of a political party.
Sardar RP Singh, do you want to take that, sir?
See, सांप जाए पर बल ना जाए. वो सांप जल गया परंतु बल जो रह गया
रस्सी जल गई सर.
So actually रस्सी सर रस्सी जल गई. But living in the false self-importance of the Supremo of AAP Party, he is still into that oh, he is Supremo of the Aam Aadmi Party. And then he should have gone, since he was going to Vipassana, he should have gone back to his the earlier days where he went into Wagoner, so that he could have probably been more humble and he could have learned something from the drub which he got in Delhi. But as he is, I mean, he is a man who thinks that he is above everyone else, so he can spend taxpayer money of the Punjab. And I'm sorry, Dubey Sahab, he is not a threat to people in Punjab, or neither there is a threat to him in Punjab to this extent that he needs 23 cars. Mohan Bhagwat ji has a threat to his life, that's why he's been provided security. Not otherwise, and he doesn't take some 23 cars on the
Mohan Bhagwat, India.
No, he's been accorded. Now, there is a comparison here. I'll just put it on. As per the threat assessment on Mohanji Bhagwat, the Union Home Ministry has said that he's got Z category security because there is a serious threat to his life, and this is an credible intelligence report. And because of that, he's got it. I'm asking you, does Mr. Kejriwal have Z plus security? Has he been consigned to that? 1. 2. Sir, okay, you should provide, he's a former chief minister, he's the AAP convener. Sir, ऐसा क्या कर लेंगे जो 3 गाड़ियां नहीं कर सकते, जो 23 गाड़ियां चाहिए सर? And that too for a leader who said, I don't want all of this, मुझे ये सब नहीं चाहिए जी, मैं तो अपनी वैगन आर में ही ठीक हूँ, मुझे तो बॉडीगार्ड भी नहीं चाहिए जी.
आनंद जी,
मैंने नहीं बोला.
all BJP
No,
people.
no,
even
you
are
agree.
quoting-
You agree. He only said it, right?
No, he only said it. But
Did anybody put a gun to his head to say that?
I'm coming to
He
the
only
point.
said it, right?
I'm coming to
we
the
are
point.
not like any other political party. I'm not like all the other netas who want bodyguards and VVIP, etc. I am happy. I'll travel like this. I am with my people. Why do I have to be worried about my people?
Exactly. A person in India begged for 35 years. He completed his graduation when he played with the crocodiles. And right now what? Bearing a 10 lakh suit from which money? Public money. Using hi-fi security, using tour and travels all over the world. But what is getting? He is saying that my good friend is Mr. Trump, and right now what Trump is telling?
Don't try. Today the conversation is not. Today the conversation, Naveen Dubey. So if you believe what the Prime Minister is doing wrong, how are you justifying what Mr. Kejriwal is? That means you agree that what Kejriwal ji is doing is wrong.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Then why did you ask कि PM ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं?
He already got
If you believe कि PM जो कर रहे हैं गलत कर रहे हैं,
of Home Affairs.
कह रहा आपको लग रहा है if you are saying what the PM is doing and what is happening to Mr. Mohan Bhagwat is wrong, then you are agreeing that what Mr. Kejriwal is doing is wrong.
Bhagwat doesn't have any kind of the constitutional post in this country.
He's been graded Z plus security by the union government. You challenge that in court and say no, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, what kind of graded security threat does Mr. Kejriwal have in Punjab? That a Bhagwat man as chief minister is not part of the convoy, and he has to send a 23-car convoy in Punjab. If Mr. Kejriwal needs 23-car convoy protection in Punjab, that means the AAP does not have the mandate of the people anymore.
No, if AAP doesn't have the mandate of the people, then what?
So
PM Modi doesn't have the mandate of the people. Why he is covered by this?
So if you believe what Mr. Modi is, doing wrong,
he is also elected by the public.
If you believe what Mr. Modi is doing wrong,
let him ask
then you agree that Mr. Kejriwal is also wrong.
No, Mr. Kejriwal cannot be wrong because
why, sir? Why?
According to the security of this country, MHA given him the jet category security or not?
Who?
Ministry of Home Affairs.
No, to whom?
But 23 cars.
Arvind Kejriwal.
To whom?
Arvind Kejriwal.
23 cars?
Security from Ministry of Home Affairs.
No, 23 cars.
23 cars.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Even
matter.
in addition to the
this is the case,
Punjab government feels
this is the case.
This is the case. They provided for the time being.
This is the case.
This is not the permanent security. Temporary
this is
security.
Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So anything and everything is okay for Mr. Kejriwal. Nothing is wrong. And it will.
I don't think
Delhi से सरकार चली गई कोई बात नहीं. पंजाब में जाके 23 कार लेंगे. No problem. But it is Mr. Kejriwal, so it should be allowed. Sardar RP Singh. Coming to Dr. Ranganathan. Sardar RP Singh. Arvind Kejriwal.
No. I say, sir, I rightly said, सांप जल गया पर बल नहीं गया. वो दिल्ली में लोगों ने जवाब दे दिया था. People gave the right answer, the right drubbing. Not Rassi.
No, that is he's twisted the idiom because of the political issue that BJP has with Mr. Kejriwal कि उनको रस्सी नहीं सांप समझते हैं. But actually idiom is रस्सी जल गई बल नहीं गया. Yes, सरदार RP सिंह.
नहीं, बट वो सच है. उन्हें ईडीएम की बात नहीं है सर. बात है कि वो मैं ईडीएम को ठीक ही कर रहा हूँ. वो रस्सी तो आपके मेरे लिए जैसे हो सकती है ना. Not for him. Man who still thinks that he is above law. He's some godlike figure. He's some Mahatma.
ये स्टेटमेंट जो आप दे रहे हैं ये प्रवीण तोगड़िया विनय कटियार इन लोगों के लिए तो नहीं है कहीं.
मेरा सिंपल नवीन एक बात है. आप पहले ये कहिए कि जो अरविंद केजरीवाल कर रहे हैं गलत है. फिर आप दुनिया में जिसका भी नाम लेना है, भारत में जिसका भी नाम लेना है, जितने भी आरएसएस बीजेपी के लीडर्स के नाम आप लेने आप ले लीजिए.
3 बार के मुख्यमंत्री हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल.
Clearly your argument defeats itself the moment you say Kejriwal is right but what is happening with the others is wrong. Don't say that.
No. Kejriwal
नहीं.
on a constitutional post. Mohan Bhagwat was never on a constitutional post.
Arvind Kejriwal is in no constitutional post. Arvind Kejriwal has no constitutional post right now.
He is an ex-CM. There is a provision of security for the ex-CM in the country.
Sir, it's
even
the same.
for the Bangla also.
Mr. Mohan Bhagwat does not have a 23-car convoy. He has Z plus security. If you believe
for
that,
what?
That's
why I'm
for what you please, you petition.
So many people are
petition the Home Ministry. You petition the Home Ministry and ask this question. Don't deflect the debate. My simple point. You can try this. You can try this elsewhere, sir. I'll tell you what. If you justify Arvind Kejriwal taking 23 23 car convoy, don't question anybody else. First you say what he's doing is wrong. This Punjab taxpayers money. He's not an elected representative of Punjab. He's not an elected representative of Punjab. He's got no presence in Punjab. He's a former CM of Delhi. He gets accorded something in Delhi. It's a different point. Taking 23 car convoy in the absence of the chief minister, doing this, and that too while he is going on a personal trip to Vipassana.
Anandji.
Personal trip. He's not even on an official trip. Personal trip to
Let me-
Vipassana, and you're justifying this.
Either-
Unfortunate. Now, Naveen ji, please. Okay, Anand Ranganathan. Absolutely unfortunate. Yeah.
I don't know about Kejriwal or Modi, but I need Z plus security to protect myself from the illogic of my good friend Naveen ji. ये कैसे इन्होंने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स दिए, मुझे बचा लो प्लीज आनंद. 23 कार नहीं, मुझे 33 कार कॉन्वॉय चाहिए ऐसे लॉजिक बचाने के लिए. 2 पॉइंट्स है. नंबर 1, नवीन जी को पता होना चाहिए, नॉट जस्ट डॉक्टर मोहन भागवत, नॉट जस्ट केजरीवाल, एनी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, any one of the 1.4 billion Indians, Naveen ji, is entitled to a Z plus security after a threat assessment. आपको भी मिल सकती है. अगर आपके व्यूज लोगों को लगे कि भाई सेंसिबल है, डेंजरस है, तो आपको भी Z plus सिक्योरिटी मिल सकती है. नंबर 1. तो आपका ये कहना, इक्विवेलेंस ड्रॉ करना, अरे केजरीवाल को मिल गए लेकिन भगवत को भी तो मिल रही है, ये नंबर 1 फैक्चुअली आपका रॉन्ग है. किसी को भी मिल सकती है. नंबर 2, यस, The fact is कि अरविंद केजरीवाल is entitled to Z plus security. मैं आपकी बात मान रहा हूं वहां पे, लेकिन अभी 2 बातें करते हैं. टैक्स पेयर मनी की बात करें. So Anand, let me remind Naveen ji and other viewers, Mr. Kejriwal is the same person who spent 33 crores of taxpayers money minimum at the least on Sheesh Mahal, on having 96 lakh curtains, on having 12 lakh commodes. He is the same man. He is the same man right now whose government is currently embroiled. I did not interrupt you. Whose government was former government is currently embroiled in 14 CAG report that expose massive scams, health scams, where you institute mohalla clinics, but they don't even have a thermometer. 21 of those. And the point of the matter is, in education scam, in Delhi jail board scam, he has been using taxpayers' money worse. The last 3 years, when Aam Aadmi government was there in Delhi, it spent 1,200 crores on government ads. The Delhi High Court castigated it कि CAT scan machine नहीं है आपके हॉस्पिटल में, एक पेशेंट मर गया. उन्होंने कहा 3 साल में 1200 करोड़ हमने गवर्नमेंट एड्स पे खर्च किया एक दूसरे को हैप्पी बर्थडे कहने के लिए. तो आप ये कह रहे हैं ये आम आदमी है? ये सेम केजरीवाल है जिसने कहा था मुझे लाल बत्ती नहीं चाहिए, मुझे बंगला नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सिक्योरिटी नहीं चाहिए, मुझे गाड़ी नहीं चाहिए. नवीन जी, आप तो कम से कम आप इनको सपोर्ट मत करें. गो ऑन प्रिंसिपल्स.
नहीं, डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, सी ऑल दैट हैपेंड व्हेन मिस्टर केजरीवाल वाज चीफ मिनिस्टर. नाउ तो ही इज ओनली गोइंग ऑन विपासना, सो ही नीड्स 23 cars to go and give up and to cleanse himself for 10 days now. After all of that you have accused him, he is now going to clean himself up and do for this purification process that is Vipassana.
Delhiites need to clean themselves. Delhiites need to clean, not Kejriwal.
No. He's doing it in Punjab at Hoshiarpur, where because of this entire jam that's been created, the entire hosiery industry in Hoshiarpur has been cleaned up. वहाँ झाड़ू फिर गया. That's what the reports are saying.
One recent example. Yesterday, Mr. Modi was where?
No, please.
He was on a personal visit to a private zoo.
No point.
Entire security was there.
You have a problem. You have a problem with
money was spent on
ये ऐसा है. अंधेर नगरी, चौपड़ राजा, टकेसर बाजी, टकेसर काजा.
Chief of this country is spending lot of money to fulfill his own wishes. Then what is going to happen in this country? That's why I am asking. And secondary, let me reply, Mr. Ranganathan.
नहीं, एक और है कि sir, I don't want to take the idioms too far, but my simple point is, sir, he is the prime minister of our country, and the prime minister of the country getting security is one part, and an ex-CM in a different state on a personal visit getting this kind of a 23 car convoy is a different. I just said you say whatever you want to say about any other neta. First, accept that what Mr. Kejriwal is doing is wrong. If you believe that Mr. Kejriwal is right, then don't ask a single question about anybody else. Because no, there is no argument there at all. Sardar RP Singh, you put your hand up. Ji.
Well, I was just going through what 5 oaths you have to take for Vipassana. To abstain from killing any being, not applicable. To abstain from stealing. Mr. Kejriwal, please. To abstain from all sexual activities, not applicable. To abstain from telling lies, and to abstain.
अरे भैया कल
rest
वो
of them to
चिड़ियाघर
apply.
में
I mean,
किससे
please to
मिलने
apply.
गए थे अकेले अकेले, ये बता दीजिए ना, कहाँ की दुनिया की रामायण लेके बैठे हो सरदार जी?
No. What you're
आरपी
saying?
सिंह साहब,
मैं बताता हूँ सर आपको.
One minute.
Sir,
one minute. जो आपने अभी बात की है ना, that is one घटिया बात की है, below the belt बात की है, and pointless बात की है. Because facts है. No.
when the currency is going down,
Fact.
shares are going down.
Fact से
Sensex is
परे
going
बात
down.
मत करिए.
He is
Fact से परे
enjoying
बात
a
मत
Jew.
करिए. अरे दिल्ली की लुटिया डुबोगे, पंजाब के बाद पैसा नहीं है.
रोम जल रहा था, नीरो बांसुरी बजा रहा था, वही वाला चल रहा है इस देश के अंदर.
Exactly what Arvind Kejriwal is
रोम
doing.
जल रहा था, नीरो बांसुरी
ये
बजा
देख
रहा
लीजिए,
था.
Mr. Arvind Dubey agrees that what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is doing. Sardar RP Singh, Punjab Kisan are agitating. Amritsar is under lockdown. Amritsar is under lockdown. 16 places where the Kisans have been attacked by the Arvind Kejriwal, by the Bhagwant Mann-led government when Arvind Kejriwal is present, so that not a single Kisan is there to protest in front of Mr. Kejriwal. Not a single bunny of that was promised to the women has been released yet. But 23 cars for a Vipassana session have been given, and Mr. Naveen Dubey is saying, well, Nero was enjoying when Rome was burning. Exactly what's happening, playing out in Aam Aadmi Party ruled government of Punjab right now. Exactly what's happening, Naveen Dubey. So don't point fingers. अरे सर, जिनके घर शीशे के होते हैं ना, सर जिनके घर शीश महल होते हैं, दूसरों पर पत्थर नहीं फेंका करते. आई एम सॉरी, जिनके घर शीशे के होते हैं, दूसरों पर पत्थर नहीं फेंका करते. Yes, Sardar RP Singh.
And why all this is happening in Punjab today? You know that man said, I'll sit for as much time you need with farmers, but he started at 6 and 8 p.m. he has to walk out. Mr. Man has to walk out at 8
No,
p.m.
Mr. Kejriwal has not met those farmers. Mr. Kejriwal has not met those farmers. Mr. Kejriwal, who parked these farmers and made sure they sat at Delhi's border for the last 1 year when the farmer protests happened and said that I will take care of you, has not met the farmers of Punjab. He's not met a single one of them. And he's got a 23-car convoy that is taking him for a 10-day personal Vipassana session. Now, people are watching. Delhi decided. What will Punjab decide? We'll wait and watch. Thank you, gentlemen. I've got to move on for the moment. Have to move on. Thank you. Kannada actor Ranya Rao was taken into custody by the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence DRI on Sunday evening at the Kempagoda International Airport for smuggling gold. Ranya Rao was arrested at the Kempagoda International Airport for possessing 14.8 kilograms of gold. She had arrived from Dubai on an Emirates flight and had been on the police's radar due to a frequent international travel. The actress reportedly visited Dubai 4 times in 15 days, according to the cops, and when she returned, this frequency generated attention and led to a focused operation. The DRI said in an official statement upon examination, gold bars weighing 14.8 kilograms were found ingeniously concealed on her person. Following the arrest, Rao was remanded in DRI custody till the 18th of March by a special court for economic offences. A search was also carried out at her residence. The search resulted in the seizure of gold jewellery worth 2.6 crore and Indian currency amounting to about 2.67 crore. The total seizure in this case stands at 17.29 crore rupees according to the DRI. And during the investigation, Rao claimed that she was blackmailed into smuggling gold. Upon landing at the KIA from Dubai on an Emirates flight, the actress tried to bypass security checks with the help of a police constable, Basavaraju, who accompanied her. However, the DRI, who had a heads up about her activities, caught her red-handed with the gold consignment. And while frisking her, the officials found 14.2 kilograms of foreign origin gold worth 12.56 crore inside her jacket. 33-year-old Ranya Rao is the stepdaughter of K. Ramachandra Rao, a senior IPS officer from Karnataka. He is currently serving as DGP at Karnataka State Police Housing Corporation, hailing from Karnataka's Chikmagalur. She studied engineering at the Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering in Bengaluru before stepping into the film industry. She made her acting debut in 2014 with the Kannada film Manikya, directed by Sudeep. And we got more news coming through. And Ranya Rao was under the scanner for the last 7 months. Harish is getting us this input that agencies suspect that the modus operandi involved a state protocol officer going to the immigration and picking up Ranya's luggage and fast-tracking security clearance. Agency says the officers might not be aware of the actors' dubious act. For the last 6-7 months, Ranya's movements were tracked under the radar. Several trips made without any business in Dubai raised suspicions. The DRI currently probing if others are involved in this nexus. An agency is also trying to ascertain if the DGP himself was aware of it. Harish Upadhyay joins us with more details. Yes, Harish.
Well, Anand, sources now telling us that Pranyara was under the radar, under the scanner, in fact, for the last 6 to 7 months. This is for two reasons. One, she and her husband didn't have any business in Dubai, but she was frequently traveling for the last 6 to 7 months. And the fact that she had recently purchased a flat in Laval Road, that's in the heart of the city, very close to the UB Towers, and the real estate prices there are skyrocketing with every week. And these triggered suspicion, and then she was put under surveillance. And finally, after a confirmation, that's when they intercepted. Sources telling us that usually the actors or artists are not under the scanner unless there is something that triggers suspicion. In this case, it was her frequent trips without any business reason that triggered the suspicion. One. Second, they are also now trying to ascertain if there was any link to her father, and whether did he use his connection to extend the protocol benefits to his daughter, or whether she was using his name. That's something that's very crucial to establish, because only then can there be any action against Mr. DGP Rao. That's what we are being told. The third aspect that's being looked into right now is who was the end beneficiary of this, because they're looking at what they've recovered from her house, roughly around 2 crores in cash and around 2.5 crore worth of gold. But they suspect that she might have done multiple trips, and there is someone else who's the beneficiary here.
Well, thank you for those inputs, Harish. With that, we call it a wrap on this edition of The Right Stand. Short break, Brass Tacks with Zakir Jacob after the break. Stay with us.
I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense, with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. $2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans. But I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine, by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent, by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Good evening, you're watching Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. US President Donald Trump gave his first big speech before the United States Congress. And while he blew his own trumpet over what his government has achieved over the last 6 weeks, it is clear that there are some big fundamental changes that are happening in the world right now. One, in the global strategic space, the global strategic order is changing, and Trump is firmly changing that order, as we know. He's also upending the global trading order. On the strategic side, it is clear that Trump has dumped Ukraine.